All right, y'all. For this video, first off, before I say anything, before I start anything, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Shem Shah. And a lot of the videos that I made previously on this channel, of course they all been in a sense focusing on trying to really expose Christianity and just giving at the same time still giving y'all truth, still giving y'all edification on a lot of things. But now I want to, in a sense, get into some deep prophecy of what's to come in the future for America. Because at the same time, trying to expose Christianity and everything, that's easy. It's easy enough to do that. It's not something that's hard to do. And of course, it's fun sometimes. It is fun to expose Christianity and really bring my people to the truth. But what's the fun in that when you're not trying to prepare your people for what's to come in the future? Feel what I'm saying? So in this video, like I said, I'm gonna give y'all some future prophecy of what's to come in the future for America, because that's where we're at right now. And the Bible prophesied how Northern Kingdom, Southern Kingdom, like all of the Israelites, how we'll be residing in Babylon or Mystery Babylon for our last captivity, which is America. And I'm going to go ahead and get into some prophecy about something called EMP. Pretty sure it's called EMP. I think it's EMP, if I remember correctly. But basically, in the future, I don't know when, but China or some of the other nations are planning to drop an EMP attack on the United States. And I'm gonna get into all that stuff and let y'all know exactly what it is. So I'll give y'all some information to let y'all exactly know what's about to go down in the future. But FEMA, they are planning to have a meeting, and I'm making this video like right now, which is 11:34 a.m. on Thursday today. So they're getting ready to have a meeting, like maybe like the next couple of hours or so, talking about how to plan for this EMP attack. So this EMP attack, it has the power and ability to really wipe out all the power lines and cause a whole blackout in the United States. And that'll cut off, what I'm saying, communication between, the force between the military, between the government, communication between everybody. And it'll be like a lot of drama that's going to happen if that happens. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get y'all prepared for that and let y'all know exactly what to do. Well, not really exactly what to do, but just get y'all minds prepared for that mentally. Get mentally prepared first, and then we can go into the fact of probably other stuff. Like there are many other things about to happen in the future. You got more famines to come, as you already know about COVID and everything. There's about 1,400 variants out there now. You got the Amarion variant. You got what's called it I forgot what it's called. You got a bunch of other ones out there. I can't really think of them off the top of my head right now, but a lot of people are getting sick now, and it's only the beginning of January. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the beginning. That's the beginning of the trouble that is coming on the United States and just this whole world. But let's go get into it though. I'm gonna share my screen, and I'm gonna show y'all a quick video real quick. Um, that talks about this EMP that's soon to come. So y'all just pay attention. And this dude right here, I shout out to Deacon Sakari, because he suggested this YouTube channel in terms of how they report on legit some Edomite, but he reports on everything. And I mean everything. If you want some news about like any recent news that you want, go to this channel. He's quicker than Fox. He's quicker than CNN, quicker than BBC News. He's quicker than all those channels, all these big networks. I don't know how he does it, but he reports on these things in like in the blink of an eye. But this video right here, I want y'all to just listen to it, watch it. He's going to explain, how FEMA, they're planning on, what I'm saying, having, like I said, a meeting to get ready for this EMP attack that's soon to come. So let me just show y'all real quick, put the full screen. Let me not do too much talking, but just listen.
This is Dabu7.
Hold up. Turn it up.
A heads up here as we come across information that FEMA is planning guidance for a response to a nuclear detonation. And this is all supposed to go down in about 48 hours or so, roughly 3 p.m. January 6th. This is going to go into motion. I figured we would point this out, seeming that so many events have gone live in the past, or right at the end of the event, a real event will pop off. We've seen this all too many times. A shout outs to Beard Vet that got this to me, and we covered this first on the live stream. Make sure you're catching those because they're packed full of information that's censorship free. But this raises questions as to what do they know? What's really going on? It was just yesterday that they announced that some of the biggest players on the globe, Russia, the United States, China, the UK, France.
And that's all a part of NATO, EU. That's that beast system. That beast system, all these big government systems and everything. Matter of fact, let me pull up the Bible real quick so I can show y'all something. Because this is all a part of this beast system. That's in Revelation. So Revelation 16. Where is it at? Because this the main verse I want to go to. Right here, where it says, "And the fifth angel poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast." Now, what is the seat of the beast? When you look up the Greek word for seat, is thronos, which means a throne seat, a throne seat. So whoever is like, on the throne of this beast, and once again, this beast is NATO and the EU. So whoever is on the throne of this beast, whoever is the top power of this beast, something's about to happen to them. So let me show y'all who's like the strongest nation of the NATO and EU. Nation of NATO. The United States. The strongest nation of NATO and EU is the United States. It says they had the largest number of military personnel, 1.35 million troops. So United States, they're the strongest. They're on this throne. They are on the seat or the throne of the beast. And it says his kingdom was full of darkness, and they gnawed their tongues for pain. So once again, that I'm gonna show y'all how when it says his kingdom full of darkness, meaning like literal black, like a blackout. It's gonna be a literal blackout. Because look, to darken, cover darkness, darken or blind the mind. That's a metaphor, but it's gonna be like a literal darkness of the United States, and it's all going to happen through this EMP attack. That is why, once again, FEMA, they're planning, having a meeting. And look, he posted a link too in his description. He posted the link, but look what they did to the link though. Look what they did. Look, that link, it was supposed to be two. You know what I'm saying? It gives you the information about the meeting, because they're going to have a meeting today. There's going to have a meeting today, but they basically, I guess, got rid of this page, so nobody will be able to just really, have access to it except for their own government officials. You know what I'm saying? Because they know they're going to be talking about more things. For a fact they're going to be talking about more than just this FEMA thing, right? Because anytime the government come together, they're always talking about other stuff too. There's going to be a whole bunch of topics they're going to speak on, and you know what I'm saying, like getting to that meeting. That meeting is always top secret. So if any just normal human being tries to come into that meeting, that's why the link to it was blocked out. You try to go to the page, it just says page not found.
They all said none of them could win a nuclear war. They flat out said this, and then it raised this question, well, why are you continuing to produce them?
Hey, and look, people don't understand how powerful these nuclear bombs are. Like, if anyone, it doesn't matter who it is, if anyone was to drop a nuclear bomb on any nation, that nation is destroyed. Nuclear bombs are so I think the last nuclear bomb I could think of was Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And that's in history. I don't know if that's in the Bible too or not, but it's simple. It's simple to just know that these nuclear bombs, they're no joke. They are no joke. They can legit, like, destroy a whole nation. And it was the United States is not even as big as China. China is about 10 times bigger than the United States. And it did that much damage to them. So imagine the damage it would do to the United States if they drop a nuclear bomb on us. And like I said, this EMP attack is going to knock out all the power lines. Going to knock out all the power lines, cause a whole blackout. Let me show you what this EMP means. What is an EMP? Let me see where it's at. No, I got a link up that talks about EMP. Let's look it up. Electromagnetic pulse. But let me go to Google. Well, no, it's right there. Look, okay, a brief burst of electromagnetic energy, depending upon the source. The origin of an EMP can be a natural or artificial and can occur as an electromagnetic field. Salakia. Okay, conduct the electric current. It's all about electricity. So it's going to knock out damages electronic equipment. EMP disrupts communications. Like I said, it can legit have the power to, like, cut off all communication. It can have the power to, destroy these power lines, everything. We wouldn't even be able to see. We wouldn't even be able to call our own people because of how strong or how effective this EMP attack is going to be. So that's why, like, if a nuclear attack happens, like, it's going to be over for whoever's dropped on. But all of this is prophesied to happening to America. It's going to happen to America where we live now. So even though we're not going through anything right now, y'all can be sitting there having fun. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go to parties and everything. Y'all thinking that y'all all good. Because it says in the last days, they're going to be doing the same thing. They're going to be, partying, having fun, marrying, drinking, doing everything that they did in the days of Noah. We're sitting here prophesying about what's to come, and y'all sitting here thinking it's a game. Y'all like, man, forget about it, man. Just live life like, YOLO. Not knowing that you're going to mess around and get yourself caught up and not be prepared for what this EMP attack and other attacks, and even famines, pestilences. You ain't gonna be ready for none of that stuff if you don't watch these videos, take heed to it. That's why I try to, like, make sure I inform my people every day. Like I said, it's fun to expose Christianity and all that stuff, but when it comes down to end time prophecy, that needs to be, explained as well. I can't sit here and just spend all my time trying to focus on exposing Christianity and debunking them when there are many other things that we can do as well. You know what I'm saying? There are many other topics and many other verses in the Bible that explains, Jacob's trouble, explains what's going to happen to America and how it's going to be a lot of just, mess up things going to happen in the near future. So we got to get ready for that. That's why they say, stock up on this, stock up on food. I don't know why. This one thing that confused me. I don't know why the hell when COVID happened, niggas was really stocking up on tissue paper. Like, I don't understand the significance of tissue paper at all. I don't know why that had such a huge draw. I don't know why people were so attracted to it. I don't know what about it made people want to get it. But I thought people was gonna stock up more on food than tissue paper. I don't know what that does, but that just shows you just the mindset that Americans are in. Like, they just panic, don't know what the fuck to do. Out of everything you get and stock up on, you do tissue paper for COVID, my nigga. That doesn't make any sense. If anything, you should be stocking up on, some healthy foods, some burdock root, some sea moss, some herbs and teas and stuff like that. That's what you should be getting. But we got tissue paper though. For what? But that just shows you how unprepared Americans themselves are going to be. Because even though we may have the strongest nation in terms of the NATO and the EU, we may be the strongest, but we are the dumbest as well. A lot of our people in this, like, in terms of citizens, a lot of these citizens are dumb as hell. Are dumb. So we're not. A lot of y'all are not going to be prepared for what's to come. So that's why I'm trying to warn y'all about these things before it happens. But let's continue with this video.
Well, in this alert that they put out over here, FEMA.gov, they've got it to where if you want to, you can end up coming over and watching this. They've got a Zoom passcode and everything that you can punch in. But one thing that really caught my attention at the end of this is the word airbursts. They're going to provide updated guidance on a wide range of nuclear detonations, including larger detonations and airbursts. So for a bunch of countries that just came out and admitted that no one could win a nuclear war because of the tit for tat, China, out of all of them, said, we only need one shot. What is one shot? How can you take down a country with one shot?
See, look, I'm telling y'all, these nuclear bombs, they ain't no joke. They ain't no joke. Because the United States, like, they dropped those 2 bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I'm telling you, they weren't playing. It destroyed a whole, what's called a whole, you know what I'm saying? What's called that whole city, that whole nation down there was destroyed. And how they had to rebuild it back up. So these nuclear bombs, like, it don't really take that much to, fuck up a whole nation. And like I said, the United States, they're not even as big as China. So this nuclear bomb is gonna fuck us up, like, for real. But that's what's soon to come. Babylon is soon to be destroyed. With Mystery Babylon, which is America, it's going to be destroyed in the near future.
In an airburst. In EMP. Heads up. Gonna break.
All right, so now I'm gonna go to this video real quick. This one. In this video, they kind of explain the effects, or just like, this was uploaded like 2017, but it just goes a little bit into detail of the effects and like how these EMPs can really fuck up, you know what I'm saying, the United States. But let me just show y'all this real quick.
You're trading options and don't have at least $5,000 in your trading account, you can skip this ad.
EMP, created by the high-altitude detonation of a nuclear weapon, has the potential to damage power delivery assets and impact bulk power system reliability over a wide area. High-altitude EMP is characterized by a high-magnitude, short-duration pulse, E1, an intermediate pulse that has characteristics similar to lightning, E2, and a late-time component referred to as E3, which is similar in nature to a severe geomagnetic disturbance event. Current perspectives on high-altitude EMP and its potential impact on society are reminiscent of the Y2K concerns at the turn of the millennium prior to 2000. Beliefs range from the world as we know it will come to an end if there is a high-altitude nuclear burst to the opposite view. It's not a big deal. Nothing much will happen. Neither extreme is credible, but no one knows for sure. Since we have never had a nuclear attack over anything like our current modern infrastructure, much of the information regarding the effects of high-altitude EMP on modern infrastructure or the capability of our adversaries to conduct such an attack is either classified or not easily accessible.
And why is that? Too, because they know, like, if certain information get out there, shit. Because China, like, all these other countries, like, we don't know everything that goes on, overseas and everything. But they have some information on these. They be building bombs too. They be making nuclear bombs, and even though they say that they can't win in a nuclear war, when it come down to somebody just bombing them, because like I said, for anybody, for any nation, if any nation gets bombed, like, they losing that war. You can use all your tanks, you can use all your guns, your assault rifles, all that stuff, but when a nuclear bomb hits your ass, oh no, you done. That just shows you how top secret and how dangerous, these this nuclear, bombs and EMPs can be.
The information that is abundantly available, especially over the internet, is often inaccurate, based on misinformation, and has the unintended consequence of undermining the validity of more serious sources. For example, concern has been raised by some stakeholders that high-altitude EMP could damage a large portion of the North American electric grid, resulting in significant damage to assets and long-term blackout.
Blackouts. You heard that?
Electric grid, resulting in significant damage to assets and long-term blackout.
A long-term blackout. Like it says right here. Well, no, not that right here. It says his kingdom was full of darkness. His kingdom was full of darkness. So in that darkness, there's going to be a lot of chaos. It's going to be a lot of chaos. Niggas ain't going to know what to do. So that's why, I make sure my phone was charged every single day. I make sure my phone was charged. I make sure I got, everything I need, you know what I'm saying? That my food is bright. I make sure I'm stocked up on a lot of stuff. I promise you, because during those blackouts, when this blackout happened, what y'all gonna do? You can't go to no parties during the blackout. You can't depend on, trying to call, FaceTime your friends and everything, and oh, can you bring me something? Like, nah. When a blackout happens, nah, y'all gotta, hey, see, I need to get prepared because this shit gonna be crazy. Like I said, I don't know when it's gonna happen, but hey, this is just the beginning of how it's soon to come. If they had a meeting on it, or if they're having a meeting on it today, showing you the concerns of how this EMP attack may it's going to be very effective in a very negative way. So that's why they're trying to get prepared for it. They know that this is very serious, because if you lose all communications, you can't text nobody, you can't call nobody, you can't do nothing. So now you got to depend on other ways to hit up your people. You know what I'm saying?
Possibly lasting months or longer.
Well, what did it say?
Possibly lasting months or longer.
Okay. I thought it said before 8 months. How about to say that's 8 months of blackout? That and plus that gives them more chances to plot on certain shit, drop more bombs possibly. So
an unclassified science-based approach is needed to assess the true impact of this threat. To fill this gap, EPRI initiated a 3-year research project in April 2016 to address the potential threat by developing unclassified, technically based research results that can be used by utilities to inform investment decisions. As a part of this project, EPRI is also working closely with the U.S. Department of Energy, the U.S. Department of Defense, national laboratories, and other industry groups. Electromagnetic pulse that is created when a nuclear weapon is detonated high above the Earth's surface. The height at which the weapon would be typically detonated, the so-called height of burst, can range from 30 kilometers to 500 kilometers or higher. However, in order to generate significant weapon effects from all 3 components, i.e. E1, E2, and E3, the height of burst is typically 100 kilometers or higher above the Earth's surface. Line of sight. A high-altitude nuclear burst can illuminate a very large region, essentially a line of sight from the burst location. The exposed regions for the given burst heights from a nuclear burst over the central U.S. would extend across the continent, beyond the east and west coasts, and up.
Hey, I'm telling y'all, in this area right here, wherever it is, I think that's like above Texas, like somewhere maybe like Texas. I think maybe North South Dakota, maybe somewhere in that area. I know it's like near Texas and everything, all this stuff, but that area right there is gonna be fucked up. That whole area right there, and I don't know where the bases are. I know they have like a lot of military bases. They have like a lot of places that they have. It's like basically that's like their base of communication. That's like where everything. So if they attack that spot, that's gonna really fuck up the government. they attack the spot where you really have, all the communication goes through. I don't know exactly how the government works and everything, but I assume that they have a certain spot where they are communicating through everybody. They have a lot of phone lines, like people talking about, this and that. There's many ways they communicate, and they got like attack at the heart of where those bases are, where those power lines are. This, and it depends on how they plan for it. I don't know how they're gonna plan for it and everything, but I know that they're planning on it as we speak, though. Like I said, they're always moving, they're always doing something. They're planning on something every single day. But it shows you right here that bomb, if it drops right there, even if it drops right here, it's gonna still spread out. Because like in the South and everything, this is the heart of North America, which is the United States. So if it drops right there, it's gonna like spread out. And this low-key looks like Africa backwards, low-key. If you look closely, it looks like Africa, but it's backwards. Kind of.
Outside of our borders to the north and south. Smile diagram. For an obvious reason, contour plots of peak E1 HEMP are often called smile diagrams. These diagrams illustrate the highly non-uniform nature of the resulting electric field.
Okay, I'm sorry. Even though this ain't got nothing to do with the video, why does she look like plankton? What the hell? From SpongeBob, look like plankton. I know I ain't tripping. Hold up. This shit look like plankton from SpongeBob. Look at that shit. It's like that little eye, then the green around it. Then go right back to the video. The eye with the yellow and the green around it. It looks just like plankton. What the hell? Okay, but that's neither here nor there. That's just me saying some random ass bullshit. Bye.
Here, the maximum electric field shown in red is indicated just slightly south of the ground zero location, which is Omaha. There is also a low field.
That's what I'm talking about. Hold up. Ground. Hold up. The point of the Earth's surface directly above low nuclear bomb. Starting point or base for like that's like the base of wherever the fuck that shit is gonna be. Like they gotta like aim it right in the center or whatever. Then it expands out. So that's what I mean by like the whole the base of whatever they're gonna attack.
Field point centered on the null point north of ground zero. HEMP is governed by the Earth's magnetic field, geomagnetic field. And so the peak and null points are actually geomagnetically south and north from ground zero in the northern hemisphere. For E1, HEMP, we typically mean geomagnetic. The E1 pulse resulting from a high-altitude nuclear explosion is a fast, narrow pulse with large amplitude. The unclassified E1 pulse is characterized by a rise time of approximately 10 nanoseconds, 10 billionths of a second, and peak.
Hold up, Slocky,
Although
I don't want to sit here and waste all y'all time, y'all just watching the video and everything. Like, I want to at least explain some stuff real quick. That's Slocky.
And peak amplitude of 50.
This like get into like the whole statistics and very deep numbers and calculations, all that stuff. Listen to like how it's going to affect and everything. Like I don't know exactly what all this shit is, but it's showing you the deep math behind it, whatever. But
kilovolts per field. Such fields are often observed in extra high voltage substations during switching or fault events. However, as will be discussed later, in the case of high altitude EMP, these threat levels are experienced over a very wide area, thousands of square miles, as opposed to a small area within a substation.
as a matter of fact, let me see something real quick. Let me see something where. Matter of fact, put over there. I said power lines. power grid. Western interconnection covering the Pacific Ocean. Texas. So yeah, like that little diagram it gave y'all, like that's exactly where, Omaha. Hold up. Let me see. Omaha. Let me see power grid. Let me see, look that up. Let me see. I'm just looking up some real quick, just to kind of inform myself real quick. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, like in these areas, that's where most of like the power lines are located. Basically, you got Omaha Power District, and if they like, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna like legit aim at the center and the heart. That's kind of like stupid. I don't know why would they put something in literally the center, but that makes sense though, because you put something in the center, of course it spreads out. So it's not really stupid, but it's easy access to like aim a whole nuclear bomb at. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna literally aim at the center, and it's gonna cause a blackout throughout the United States. It's gonna like spread from here to here to here, and this is gonna be the main area of destruction. Somewhere like Nebraska, Oklahoma, Texas. That's where the most destruction is gonna be at if they plan to aim a EMP in those areas. But let's go back to the video.
E1 can result in damage to electronic components either directly or by coupling to the attached wires.
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna just stop it right there, because the rest of the video is going to give you, of course, more information that we may need to know. But I want to just stop it right there, and once again go back to this because throughout this whole chapter, it gives prophecies of many things. It gives prophecies of many things, and talking about the mark of the beast and the swords. Well, that could be, what I'm saying, the jab. If y'all know what the jab is, y'all should know when I say jab. Now even though the mark of the beast is not the jab, and it is in some people's mind, it may be the jab. Some people may think it's the RFID D chip, the RFID D chip, and let me see, came as blood. I might do like a whole breakdown at some point of like this whole chapter. Slocky, y'all, slocky. Slocky. But had to pause the recording real quick. But like I said, I may do a whole breakdown of Revelation 16. Not anytime soon, but I know I want to make sure I get myself prepared first before I just give out any prophecies, because the whole book of Revelation is full of prophecies of the end time. So I want to make sure I'm super accurate before I just say anything. You know what I'm saying? Because this is some very serious business. I'm not gonna sit there and just pull anything out of my behind. And there's a lot of y'all, I want to tell y'all the exact truth, and at the same time still help y'all know how to get prepared for what's to come in the end times. You know what I'm saying? But everything in the whole Bible is very important. Even though salvation and everything, that's very important. Knowing you're an Israelite, that's very important. Everything in the Bible is very important. You know what I'm saying? Everything. I can't put one thing over the other at all. I can't. So, well, at the same time, I kind of can a little bit, because there are certain topics that are not really salvific. They're not really talking about salvation. Not really talking about prophecies of the end times and what's to come. So, I can, in a sense, categorize certain things. Yeah, I'll say that I can categorize certain things. I'm not going to put anything over the other, because the Bible as a whole is very important to know. So, Lord willing, if I'm able to, give out more information to y'all and more knowledge and more just wisdom, whatever it may be, more edification, I'm going to do that every single chance I get. You know what I'm saying? But that's kind of all I got for this video, though. I ain't want to really waste too much of y'all time and spend a whole lot of time on this. but it is very important. This video is very important into what's coming in the future in terms of, you know, nuclear attacks, whether it be an EMP, whether it be just like how they did Hiroshima and Nagasaki. It's going to be a lot of stuff to come in the end times that we gotta get prepared for. And I don't know if they're having a meeting right now because FEMA, they said they're gonna have, like I said, I'm dropping this video today. I'm dropping it today, and I don't know when they said they're gonna have a meeting for it, but the meeting is gonna start soon. It's gonna start soon, and they're gonna talk about certain things. I don't know exactly what, but I know it's gonna be mainly focusing on what you call it. Why did I say that? I don't know exactly what, but I'm gonna tell you exactly what they're gonna say. But they're gonna have a meeting, basically, you know, like I said, about these EMP attacks and maybe even more things that, you know, is outside of that topic. They may talk about COVID. They may talk about all these variants. They may talk about a lot of stuff that, you know, is top secret in the government's eyes. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get y'all prepared for all that stuff. So, you know, hopefully through this video, y'all got edified in some way. And also at the same time, too, y'all take heed to this video and get prepared, because you just never know when it's going to happen. You never know exactly, like, you know, when certain things may go down. The prophecies in the Bible, they're not always in order. It's literally scattered throughout the whole Bible, and it happens, you know, it's not chronological. So it's up to, you know, the prophets of the Lord to give out this information. And even the prophets may not know exactly when it's going to be. We may not know exactly, you know, if it's going to be happening the next year or so, but we know it's going to happen though, because anything that's in the Bible that's prophesied is going to come to pass. So we got to make sure we warn our people and get them ready, because of the fact that if we don't get them ready, their blood's going to be on our hands. Now, if people don't want to listen, because this is all a part of the whole Watchmen parable in the Bible. Whereas, like, if people don't want to hear the message and hear the warning, they're going to be killed themselves. They're not going to be prepared, because they didn't take heed to the prophets. They didn't take heed to the people who were appointed by God, by Yahweh, to give out this information. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, like I said, y'all take heed to it and really take this serious. This is a serious matter. So, you know, that's all I got for y'all for this video. Keep God, until then, keep God's commandments, stay in God's word, stay prayed up, and, you know, even study for yourselves, because don't take everything that I'm saying and just go with it. Just, you know, at the same time, study for yourself and ask God for, you know, revelation. If he may have a revelation for you, it may be something different than what I'm talking about right now. But I know that at the same time, though, it's very important that we know that we all come together and connect our revelations, whatever dreams we had, whatever visions we had, whatever prophecies that we figured out in the Bible, whatever it may be. We got to come together, put it all together, and get all of our people prepared for what's to come. But that's all I got for y'all, though. Peace and shalom.